my dad left us. There was a time he left us for a year when he was traveling.
Yeah.
He left us for a year so that he can build a better future for us. So he had to leave us with our mother, and my mom was always busy,
Yeah.
So maybe sometime you might regret it, but at the end of the day, it's like you had to do what a man had to do.
Yeah.
You had to stay away. You gotta be emotionless. You can't be there, okay, I'd rather stay here and really suffer with your kids. It'd be like, listen, me being away will help the family. Yeah. But this way now you gotta like leave instruction to the woman,
Yeah.
You gotta leave instruction like, listen here, even going down there, this is what you're gonna do because it's my daughter.
Right.
These are the rules. You're gonna do this and this and this and this, directions. And then she's gonna follow it. This you being a man and you leading. But if you just like, be alive, be there, of course someone else come there and give her directions. She's gonna go with the guy with the directions,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying like any guy just come in there giving directions. I'm not telling you to be a detective. Like, hey, he's already got, no. I'm just saying like, the future is unpredictable, but just having a plan for like, hey, listen here, we cannot work for 6 months hardcore, and then money we're gonna use to buy a house, and that's already good enough for a woman to know that, okay, I got a man with a plan, And
I feel like I understand what you're saying, but I don't feel like plans always go as planned.
Yeah, they don't.
And I feel like a lot of women, once that happens, they look for the man that has that plan.
Oh.
And then until their plans don't go as planned. And then they end up in the same situation again, trying to come back.
Yeah.
Because now you've figured it out and you're continuing with your plan. And they realize that what they left was just having a little misunderstanding a little bit. My plans don't change. Sometimes they're stale because I'm in a position where it's time to make a choice.
Yeah.
We're going to go this way, this way, or this way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those moments can become very stressful for relationships because you're in a moment of waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to make the right choice. You're trying to figure out the next move. Your job might have changed.
You said it right. When it's like when the plans don't work, and they leave, and that's probably because when it didn't work, you also left confidence. And that's when you lose that confidence of direction, then to look for someone else, you have confidence of direction.
That's what I meant when I said it does take some development in a female to understand when that's happening.
Yeah, but
support them.
But you have to realize something is that most women's weapon to security, it's their beauty. So if you taking a little longer, she only has the beauty and she's a timeline. So she might lose it. So she'll look for someone else who got the shit together, so that when the beauty is gone, at least I got this guy who can take care of me. Because this is the only asset that most women have in society, like getting the highest mate. It's the beauty, because most men we physical, so we look at the most beautiful women, and that's the one we want to marry.
Yeah.
So we're more physical, and then of course the mind come later on, wherever it is. But there's the only thing the woman has. So let's say you give her this direction and it didn't work out good, and now you're like kind of confused because you lose confidence.
Yeah.
And then this guy over here look like his plan's gonna work, and her weapon in nature, its body is a beauty that actually attract a mate. Of course she's gonna use it and be like, I'm sorry, I really care about you, but I care about my offspring way more. For example, like, because I was realizing it's funny when I was like, when I left high school, a lot of women that I wanted or look at me and be like, they'll date me because of my looks, but at the end of the day, it's like, you're still a kid, So like, yeah, for fun, but if they find a dude with money, oh yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
You see, because the only thing they have is a weapon is their looks, you see. But then I realized that when I reached 25, suddenly women that are 20-year-old attracted to me, even older women.
Yeah.
And that's because with age comes maturity, so comes with wealth, So it's like the older you get, the more younger women will be attracted to you.
But
it's nature.
No, it is. I feel like a man's value increases
as he gets older.
Yeah, as he gets older, women's value
decreases.
decreases.
No, it doesn't go down. It doesn't go down.
I think
it goes down for you. Because, for example, like, there is a man out here who doesn't have money. The woman that you think really decreases, he's going to marry her. All right, man. He's good.
The guys that don't have money?
Yeah. It is. Bro, I won't lie to you, bro. Women always have options.
Yeah.
You know, even a chubby woman, even a woman that you'll find unattractive, she got a man.
But they're going to definitely have a different choice after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. The difference is she just won't get the guy that she wants. Because the guy that she wants is a guy that other women also want.
Yeah.
You see? So there's the only difference. Is that women always have options.
Right.
Yeah.
But she could lose. I don't know, man.
She can lose the guy that she really wants. That's the thing. You see, you have to realize something is that a lot of women, even when they go to school, is because they think, if I go to school, I make all this money. If I make 6 figures, guess what? I'm going to trick a guy with 6 figures or even higher because I make that. But then they realize they're not really, people with 6 figures are like, hey, man, school is good, but physically, I don't know. You know, my type. Right. You know, I'd rather go with this woman from Burger King that's attractive than you because we value beauty. You know, when she's 30 years old, when she's done with school and making the 6 figures, she's a little older. But it's the guy she wants. But he wants a younger woman because now he has way more option because now he has financial stability to attract that.
Right.
You see. So, by the end of the day, even the 30-year-old, she can still attract another dude, but he just won't have the quality that she wants. Because when you look at a woman's options, for example, must make 6 figures, must be good looking, must be that. When she reach 30 years old, people that make 6 figures are like, and good looking, don't be looking at her. But then she'll be like, okay, there's the guy down here, doesn't have 6 figures, but is good looking. Fuck it, I'll go for him.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So it's like the how can I say it? A list just goes a little more down.
Yeah.
You know? And then she just get like, okay, at least if it's one of those, it's good enough. Yeah. She's always gonna get a mate. A woman's always gonna get a mate. You know?
You like chasing?
I don't chase. I believe in pursue. Like, you introduce yourself and see if the energy connects. Yeah. You know? And I believe that people sometimes are meant to be together.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way because I don't like if the energy is not natural. Yeah. That's one of the reasons I with Hispanic women I've always had that problem with them.
How so? He always said
because I felt like they've always they have that, I don't know, man. From in my experience, all the Hispanic women I've ever tried to talk to have wanted me to like show them a lot of interest, more interest than I needed to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing I've learned about the black women that I've been with is that I didn't have to do that. We just had to talk.
Yeah.
And figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, that's you being lazy.
Me?
Yeah, that's lazy.
What do you mean?
That's lazy. Like, for example, like even a woman that I'm with right now, the first time she kind of like rejected me. But I did put in some effort.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you gotta realize something is that as a man, you gotta be a hunter. It's like, for example, you're trying to hunt this big zebra and then it kicks you off. So sitting back and putting in effort on how to catch it, it takes effort.
Yeah.
But most people, they just want it easy. I just want a gazelle. No, it's about like, you should know how to put. No, for real, I won't lie to you. It's like, for example, that's why everyone in the relationship in the beginning, they put so much effort, and then now they got the woman, they become lazy, and then and then she leaves them.
The difference between you and I don't know. You have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
So that's the difference between you and I. Is I have a daughter.
Yeah.
I could not have another child and be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, like, the necessity of having a female is not as high as if I didn't have a child.
I get your point, but at the end of the day, if you want someone, you gotta put in the effort. And a lot of people,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm dating a girl that has a child, because I feel like we understand.
Yeah, and probably also her, when she saw you, she also didn't want to put in effort. Like, I won't lie to you, like, Effort is important.
Like the girl I'm talking to now,
Mm-hmm.
I've never had to put a lot of effort because I feel like our energy has just been like
Yeah, but
amazing from day one. But
Yeah,
but I know when she needs my attention. I know when the effort needs to be put in. Is what I'm trying to say. It has to be natural.
Yeah,
You know
nature is a hunter. You know, like for example, like this is a hunter. When you're going to field to hunt, you get rejected by a lot of people. But at the end of the day, you sit back and be like, okay, this is the zebra that I want.
Mhm.
How can I get it?
Yeah.
You know, maybe the zebra like cars. Well, then I gotta lie that I got a fucking car. Then that's how you get the zebra. But as you bring her in, it's like, how can I say, is like maybe you can work with what you have. It's like, okay, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm a really charming guy, right?
Yeah.
So, and you really wanted to see that. You gotta put in effort. You know, and a lot of people, they don't want to put in effort. That's why the reason why people want to become rich and have money is because so they don't put in effort. That's what it is. It's like, okay, I don't need to do all that.
Yeah,
My
just
car will do the job for me.
Yeah.
My status will do the job for me. They also do the job for me. So I don't need to brag to this woman and, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, what you have to do? You gotta learn, you gotta be charming, you gotta
Yeah.
be more romantic, you gotta be more listening, you gotta be more understanding, you gotta learn the person. It takes effort.
Right.
You know, and we live in a society where everyone just wanna be rich. It's because they all want it easy. They want it the easy way. You see? And the easy way, you attract them, but you won't keep them.
Right.
You see? Like,
Yeah.
for example, you right now be like, okay, well, oh, it was easy, it's good, but it won't stay like that for long.
Yeah.
You know? But when you put in effort, the next person appreciate it, they're also going to put in effort into it. And it works is because you never get comfortable. Effort is what makes a relationship work. The problem is that people want to get complacent, comfortable, and accept me for who I am. You know? For example, if you want her to always look the way she looks, because you're physical,
Yeah.
because the way she looks is what made you get attracted to her.
Yeah.
If you wanted to keep doing that, you gotta put in effort. I mean, go to the gym, do all that. And then, same thing as you. When she met you, she was like, you got some little muscle. Look at him, looking good, taking care of yourself. That's what she wants. And for you to keep that, you gotta put in effort.
Right.
But people, they don't want to put that effort no more. They want to be like, okay, I got you now. Now accept me for who I am.
Right.
That's lazy. That's
Right.
bad. That's toxic. And that's why people lose, because there's new cultures about accepting for who I am.
That's exactly what I was saying about having to do too much when you want a female. Is when they want you to do things that you're not gonna do. Like, I'm not gonna chase more than I'm gonna chase naturally.
Of course, like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do backflips to get this girl. Is what I'm saying.
No. It's not chasing. It's pursuing. There's a difference. Chasing is when you're always getting rejected, but you're like, oh, I want you. No, you know. Pursuing is like, how can I say? It's like, let's say I'm interested in someone. I introduce myself. I see if they reciprocate, meaning they don't need to say it verbally.
Yeah.
Just how they look at me.
Yep.
The way they look at me, be like, yeah, she's into me, but she's on the games,
Right.
you know. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, can I get your number? And she's like, yeah, you can get my number. Or maybe she's like, oh, nah, take my Instagram rather. Then I'm like, oh, why your Instagram? Why don't you want your number? You know, but I won't, of course, say that, but I'll take her Instagram. But if I'm really interested in her, I will want to study her
Right.
and see if I can get a date.
Yeah.
You know, if I can get a date, if I can get to meet her, then means I can't hunt. Then
Right.
I let it go. Then I go to someone else. You see? But if I can get a date, then I'm like, okay, well, I got a date. I'm gonna put in effort to let her like me.
Right.
You know, because it takes effort to make a person like you.
Right.
You know, somehow when you met your girl, when she reciprocated your energy, you did put in some effort. Means like you're watching your words, you're saying all the right things, because you knew you couldn't be yourself.
So with her's been a little different from my previous females, because I feel like my previous females, I had to do that pursuing. I had to do that. With her, it took me getting her number, and after our first conversation, it was already apparent that the chemistry we had was completely different. Because I've never laughed so much with someone. You know what I mean? Compared to my previous relationships.
Of course.
And
How long you guys been together?
we've been friends since 2014. We just started. We've
2014.
been. So I dated her for 3 months, but I dated her in a bad time. I was healing,
Okay.
and when I dated her, like how she cared for me was too strong in the moment that I was in.
Yeah.
Because it scared the shit out of me because I was healing from my separation with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I wasn't ready to be loved like that because I was fucking scared, bro. So I cut it off because I was like, it's too early. I can't have this deep. I can't have these deep emotions again right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Quick question. So why are you dating her then? Now,
Because
what do you like about her?
It's been just that was 2014. It's been a long time, bro.
Yeah, but right now you're dating, right?
Yeah,
What do you like about her?
I like how she makes me feel. Like I like
How does she make you feel?
she makes me feel like I matter. Like my opinions matters, my plans matter, my efforts matter. You know what I'm saying? They're not just things that I'm doing anymore. They're actually they actually make an impact on her.
Yeah.
Versus before, it was like a standard. I have to do this. Like you have to do this to keep me.
True.
With her, it's not like that. With her, it's like everything else is extra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I didn't know that though until I dated her. Because before that, it was just like I have to do this to keep a woman. And that was because before I was visually basing my partners. It's like you said, it was like I like how they looked. It was a beauty thing, and I was visually chasing them. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't focused on the relationship that we were having because I was focused on what I wanted and the type of woman that I wanted to be seen with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really care how our relationship was because I wanted them that much, but it was more like a physical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, which is normal.
Yeah, and now it's not like that. And it's not saying that she's not pretty, but now I'm more focused on like how she loves and what her love language is. And I feel like it co-aligns more with who I am and what I need as far as like how I want to be loved.
Yeah, but there's an effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
an
mean,
effort.
obviously, like the reason why she feels more from me is because we have the same love language. Like the way I love is the way she wants to be loved.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
True.
And when you find someone that has the same interpretation of love and how it's shown, it's not an effort because I could touch her thigh, and she can know what that means
Yeah.
because she's an affectionate lover. She likes affection. Versus a woman who I could do the same thing too, while like I could be sitting next to her, grabbing her thigh, while I'm having a conversation with you. And if I'm with the wrong woman, that means nothing to her.
I mean, facts.
You know what I mean? After we get done with this conversation, I have to go give her a gift because her way of loving is by gifting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, people are different. Let me rephrase it in my way. I just believe that for me, I should put in effort for my woman.
What do you know your love language?
Nah, I didn't really research it. I just believe in like
Are you affectionate?
to a certain extent, yeah, with my woman.
Do you like caressing? Do you like grabbing? Do you like when a woman touches you?
No, I'm not like that now.
No?
Yeah. I'm more like I am affectionate to an extent, but in a different way. But she understands it. But another thing, like I was saying, it's like how can I say? Like
Some people
I don't want to live when my woman. I don't want to live in the real world. You know, I want to live in a makeup world, which is like, for example, when we go out on dates, we're like two different people and we have a different experience. You know, that's what I believe in, and I believe in at least once a week we gotta go out. That's me making effort. That's me, for example, today she's like, you know what? I want the guy from 50 Shades of Grey. That's what she wants. Then I know for that week, I'll be that guy for her.
Yeah.
And then I will pretend. It takes effort, I understand. You know, like learning her body, learning, you know, how to surprise her. You know, it for me, it's like it's effort, you know,
Right.
because for me, I also expect something from her.
Right.
Like, you know, like, yo, I met you like this. I can't expect you to be like this, you know,
Yeah.
so I can always be attracted. It's not like, oh, do this, do that. No, it's kind of more like effort surprised me. The same way I surprise you, it took that effort for me to surprise you.
Yeah.
You do the same thing to me,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like the side works. It works with effort, you know?
Yeah. Effort changes after a few years.
I mean, it does, but the problem is that, like, we shouldn't let it be normal. It's not normal.
But this is why, like I'm saying, that it's very important to try to find someone who has the same love understanding as you as far as the language goes, because when your natural love language never changes.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't really believe in love like that. That's the thing. I don't believe in love like that. I'm not.
Love is a choice. Like, you have to choose to love someone. That's what I believe. I don't believe that love is a feeling, because I feel like you could lose that feeling.
Yeah, true. But at the end of the day, it's like I don't go with love. You know, I don't believe. I believe in more like duty, like principles and duty.
So your love language. I'm not saying it is, but it could be signs of. They call it service.
Something like that.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That could be
yeah.
your love language. Like, you're a person that likes to serve.
That's it. Yeah, you know, I like to serve and I like being served. You know, so it's
So
like
see, so we're different. That's why we're probably clashing in our perspective of effort, because
it's not really clashing. It's like we're just trying to understand, because it's like, for example, you know, like
my homie George he told me, he's like, my way of showing love is act of service. And me and him, we used to have these conversations all the time, because I was like, bro, I don't care if she does anything for me, but if I'm in the bed and she's like playing with my hair and rubbing my back and doing stuff like that, I was like, I feel love.
True. but for me, it's like I never grew up in a house where we look at it. I never grew up in a house where my parents show affection like that.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's why in my relationship, I don't show that type of affection that much.
Gotcha.
But what I meant was like, put it this way, is like, what I meant, like, people not doing effort and being lazy. It's like, okay, a woman will buy makeup, go to the gym to look beautiful, because that's her biggest asset, so that she can attract the highest mate, right? And then, no, I'm being serious.
I'm laughing.
Like,
I'm laughing because I have a story.
yeah, but then, and because I'm looking up online, a lot of men are complaining, like, oh, women are this, and that's because a lot of men just want to be, except me, because I got a dick. You know, like, it's not that. Like, you working on a podcast and putting in all these hours, that's effort. To her, that's attractive. That means that you got a mission, you have a goal, you're going somewhere. You see? And a lot of people just want to be like, hey, accept me for a 9 to 5. And accept me that I don't go to the gym.
Right.
You know? For example, if she's like, hey, because you know, having a nice body attracts a lot of women. You know, if you swing with men, fuck it, even dudes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like you put in that effort to get that body.
Yeah.
And that's why they see that and it's attractive. You know? It's like people that work rich to get a car. They don't get a car to impress you and no. They're pressed to attract women. So it's like, because women like car, when they see that car, they know that I work hard to get it, because the car is not cheap. The Ferrari is not cheap. Those jewelries are not cheap. Means that I'm working hard.
Yeah.
And that's what women are attracted to.
Yeah.
You see? Maybe your woman's attracted to you way more is because you have a direction. You got a podcast. She's like, okay, you know what? This guy, we're going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you're doing stuff. You see? But a lot of people want to say lazy is like, oh, accept me for who I am, is because they're not doing anything. Yeah. He's just getting a paycheck, and then she's like, okay, nice. So what else now? Oh, now we're just gonna save up and maybe buy a house after this.
Have you seen the Red Pill podcast?
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere. It's like, you know, on YouTube, you know. But in the beginning, I was watching it. Now I'm like avoiding it.
Because like there's a lot of females on there who's like, I need a man that can handle me, and it's kind of like saying, it's kind of like what you're saying. Like, there's a part of you that you're gonna have to sacrifice when you want to be with someone. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's hard to love someone fully for who they are. You know what I mean? Because they are who they are when
Yeah.
they're single, but then there's who you have to be when you're with someone.
Yeah.
And when you're with someone, there's things you got to cut off. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't work well with the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, is that what you're talking about as far as the effort, like
Yeah.
maintaining who you were when you met the person?
Yeah, but maintaining who you are, but also becoming better.
Right.
You know, yeah, like becoming better. Like, for example, like the same way you are with your woman right now. You're not planning on staying like this for the rest of your life.
Hell no.
And that's why she's with you, because you're not planning on staying like this for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because she sees that this, what you got going on here, this is not $1,000, not even $5,000. This is like $20,000 of investment. I'm
Right.
seeing your laptops, your mic, and everything.
Right.
And on top of that, the time that you took to learn all this.
Right.
This is a skill.
Yeah.
And now she saw that. That attracted her. Because now she knows that you got a skill that can take us to the next level, because everything is going online. That's where the money is at now. So you already have that skill to go. And women, how can I say, they look at potential and opportunity, and that's what you got.
Right.
You know, the time they should be unattracted to you is when you lose your confidence.
Right.
And when you lose your confidence, it impacts you a lot, is because, like I said, the reason why everything happens for a reason. The reason why I had to meet you there that day and we clicked was because our future was already made, that we're going to meet each other here today.
Right.
You see, and it all happened because you put in that effort.
So, how do you feel when you meet someone in a point in time when you're not in your prime? Like, let's say you met someone before you had your following.
Yeah.
How do you feel about meeting someone in your lowest moment, or at least having someone that accepts you in your lowest moment before anything takes off?
Well, how do I feel? Like, I don't know. I'm just, like I say, I'm really appreciative.
Because-
like, for example, like, even the followers, like I'm telling you, is more like when I look at them.
Like the woman you have now,
Yeah.
did you just meet her? Or?
Yeah, we met last year.
So you already had your following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of in a way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of in a way. Because I met her, I only had like 30,000 followers around being, yeah.
When you met her?
Yeah.
Oh, so you were still relatively.
Yeah, growing, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm still at the base. I feel like my quality's there, my production's there, but I feel like my following is still at the base.
Yeah, but there's a thing that depend on your followings.
But my girl did say, she said that she was not expecting me to do what I'm doing now when we started talking, because I wasn't doing none of this when we started talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was literally like just living day to day, didn't have a plan,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just kicked in one day.
It is. But that's the beauty about it, is that like,
But that's why I appreciate her so much, because now that I do have a plan, you know what I mean? Like
It's beautiful.
if something does take off, I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna always remember that she was there before it was even anything.
yeah, true. But you also gotta realize something, is that she saw it before you. Women got her instincts. You see?
Yeah.
So for example, the woman that you dated before, they did have that instincts about you, but just took a little longer.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. They're like, oh, fuck it, man. I'm losing my beauty. Let me see if I can get something else out of this. You see? So it's like they did have that instinct.
Yeah.
You know? So a lot of people like that around you, you know, they have that instincts. Like, you know what? This guy might be big one day. You know? It's just the energy.
You think they can see that far?
Huh? Oh, yeah. They can feel it. No, not see that far. They can feel it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, for example,
I wonder why my child's mom didn't see that, because I was doing a lot when I was with her.
yeah, I mean, you can do a lot. Like I said, how long were you with her?
5.
5 years, right? So it's like she felt it, but she couldn't see it. And of course, in a down moment, she probably felt and like, okay, probably this won't go anyway, and then she left. But it was there. That's why she was with you for 5 years, which was like, I'm waiting for that big break. I feel like it's leading somewhere. That's what it was, you know. So you gotta always look at it that way.
I guess. I mean, I still, like, I mean, my mom, you know, I just still sometimes I feel like it takes a very specific woman to be with a man, and vice versa, because I don't believe in like people that are meant to be, but I feel like there is people that are like strong, that have strong connectivity to where they're stronger than other relationships.
Yeah, but put it this way: if you believe in God, then stuff were meant to be.
Yeah.
If you really believe in God, and stuff are really meant to be.
No, but I'm saying like,
because put it this way, right?
yeah. Go ahead.
You design your destiny based on your actions today. Let's say if you didn't buy these cameras today, you weren't gonna have this interview. So you are kind of designing your own destiny in a way. You see? So the problem is that most people tend to like, they do all this and they're like, okay, I'm getting out of this, I'm gonna go do something else. No, it's about everything you do today is gonna pay you for next year or next week or next month or whenever. Everything you do today.
Yeah.
If I work up my biceps today, it means that in a month later on to be bigger than the way it was today. If I eat right today, next month I might be leaner than where I am today.
Right.
So it's like everything you do is for the future. So don't look at all this and be like, I'm wasting my time. No, this is all meant to be.
Yeah.
Everything is meant to be.
As long as I work it.
Yeah, yeah. As long as, but not only work it and believe it.
Yeah.
You must really believe it, because the only thing you have right now is your mental.
Let me ask you a question. When you started posting your videos, did you know what you were gonna be? Did you know how big you were gonna be in next year?
Yeah, not only like one day I asked my brother. I posted this video. It got like 1,500 views. It's the first time ever I got 1,500 views. And we're going to the club. It was on my birthday, and I told my brother, "Hey, we're gonna be big. Watch this." I told it to my brother. I swear to God. You can ask my brother if I'm not around one day if you find him. Ask him. Yeah, for real. Like I told him, like, yo, we're gonna be big one day.
Yeah.
I promise you. This is only the beginning. You see this?
Yeah.
It's in the beginning, because I was excited. I got 1,500, you know? And then, weirdly, after 2 months or 3 months, got 1 million views.
Yeah.
And that's because...
Same video?
No, a different video.
Yeah.
But I didn't stop.
Yeah.
I didn't stop at 1,500. I was like, and I put another video. It got only like 500. I put another video, 300. I didn't stop.
Right.
I just kept posting. I was like, well, someone might like it.
Yeah.
You know? And then I just kept, and at the end of the day, it's like, my goal wasn't to like, my goal is I wanted to create the best art. That's why every time I post a video, I want it to be better than the way it was the last time. It's like I always want to learn. And as you're learning, of course, you're doing mistakes. But I always want to learn. I always want to improve on my diet, you know?
Yeah.
My first diet was just being lean, no salt.
Yeah.
Look at today, no sugar.
Right.
You see, it's all mental.
Yeah.
I could tell myself, man, I can't do this. But anything is possible as long as you believe in it. But it should be genuine. You see, it should be for you.
But so you had a sense that you were gonna grow.
Yeah.
And you had a sense that you had potential.
Yeah.
But you didn't. Your only plan was to just keep posting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, put it this way. In school, I wasn't that smart. I'm not a A student or a B student. I'm like a C student. I'm like the barely pass. Yeah, and it's because I don't like reading that much. But when it came to like nutrition, I just enjoyed reading it. When it came to the muscle working out, I just loved it.
Yeah.
It's just natural. The same way that I tried music, actually. I tried rapping. Wasn't for me, bro. Wasn't for me. But I tried it for a while, and I let my brother listen to it. They're like, can you let someone else rap it? Like, the lyric is good, but you don't have the rapping voice, you know?
I felt that way too when I started.
Yeah, it's no, but look at you in rap right now.
It's practice.
That's it. If I went on with it, I was probably gonna be good at it. But even the rapping, I just didn't like writing that much. I was like,
I don't either.
But working out, bro, it's like the moment I picked up that dumbbell, I was 21 years old.
Yeah.
The moment I picked it up and I did that, man, I could never go back.
Yeah.
Oh, I was addicted.
Yeah.
I even remember I was in a relationship. There'll be days where I cancel dates just so I can work out.
Yeah. So music for me was similar because it wasn't until I heard a song completely finished recorded that I felt like that. Because like when I wrote my first rap, I was like, that's cool, you know. And then I tried it again, and I was like, that's cool. But until the project was all together, recorded, and I could actually hear myself back,
that's it.
That's when I was like, holy shit,
it's good.
This could be something. You know,
something else for me. When I was making my workout videos, when I'm doing it, I'm like, man, this is scrappy. And then when I watch it, I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's
I can see my muscle.
Yeah,
I'm like, I love it, and I just is, you know, that's why I'm saying that it's like being an artist. It's like as you start doing that, it's like, okay, you know what will make this video better? Maybe if I get a little more smaller waist, or maybe if I get a little more wide shoulder. And then I start doing that, I'm like, let me work on my shoulders now.
That's
my shoulders.
That's hard though, because like you're what you're doing is you're transforming your whole body.
Yeah.
Like me, I can erase a line. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music, if I don't like that line, I can erase it, write something better. But you literally have to like adjust your whole diet and then grow a fucking muscle.
True, but it's the same thing as you also. For example, you speaking on a podcast, right? You also, when you hear it, like, I was talking too fast. Maybe I should talk slower. You're training yourself to talk slower. You're training yourself to sound more alive. For example, sometimes when you talk, you're like, person is hearing is like, I don't know, you sound so low, you know? And then you're like, okay, you know what? Next time, let me sound louder.
Yeah.
It's an artwork. You're teaching yourself how to speech so people can listen to you.
Yeah, there's
art.
There's still,
it's not easy.
There's still things that I do that I know I have to fix.
Yeah,
like I can't even watch my first podcast. I can't.
You're getting better, sir.
I leave them there just for the count, but I cannot go. Like, there's a reason why I've never made edits for them, because I'm like, what the hell was I doing? I would talk over people. I was like, at some point, I was like, is the podcast about me or is it about my guests?
I feel you.
You know, like my homie Johnny's. He was my first guy on there, and he's always like talking about the pod. I was like, bro, I don't even want to listen to that thing, bro. Like, because we used to drink when I was so nervous back then. When I started, I used to drink before I started, and then, you know, the more I drank, the more talkative I got. And like I said, like, you would be saying something, and I'd be like, but.
He didn't care.
I didn't care. It was bad. And like after the third, fourth podcast, I was like, oh, I started catching on. I was like, I'm hosting the podcast. I have a guest. I need to let them talk. And then I have to ask questions about what they're saying.
Facts.
And then I started picking it up. So that's why now, like, I like when people come in and they expect me to ask questions after, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard, especially when I don't know the person personally.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's why I wanted more time with you.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, if we can do a Sunday better, bro, because that gives me a whole week to, like, write stuff down and have a structure. Yeah. Because when you don't give me that time, we have to wing it. You know what I mean? And winging it requires me to, like, allow you to talk and then try to break down what you're saying.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
But I mean, people say I'm pretty good at doing that, but I feel like sometimes I would rather have a structure for people. That way we get the information we need to get.
Of course. I get it, but for me, it's like I just like it's genuine. We're getting to know each other as we're speaking.
Yeah.
So it's like, as I'm talking to you, we're getting to know each other, this conversation.
But for us, it's great. But for the audience, it's not. Because audience,
you never know.
They know, like, the true people that want to know you are going to watch this whole thing.
Of course.
regardless if it's 2, 3, 4 hours, they'll watch it.
True.
But there's also 90% of the people
Mm-hmm.
who have a very small attention span.
Yeah, of course.
And those are the people, which is the majority of the people,
Mm-hmm.
that as I'm learning to do this podcast, I have to learn how to structure this so I could compress all those 3 hours into
Yeah,
one,
into one.
so we can get like kill it. You know what I'm saying? In 1 hour.
Facts.
But like right now, I'm in a stage where like you've never been on a podcast before. You said,
Yeah, I never.
yeah. So like you don't understand the structure.
Yeah.
Muggsy he hadn't either.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the same with him. It was like a 2-day notice. So I'm kind of used to it. But yeah, structuring it is like taking notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I could come up with more clever questions to ask. Because like I'm thinking right now, I'm like, I know Muggsy had questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he told me you and him were gonna do a collab. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, but we were gonna do a collab. You know, he told me to come up with an idea, and I've been working on something. You know.
Yeah.
It's just that I didn't have the time because I'm competing. So right now it's like, how can I say? It's just the time,
Yeah.
you know.
What does your schedule look like? You have a job?
Nah, I work for myself.
You work for yourself? So
Yeah,
you do
at the moment, yeah.
the video?
Yeah, I do videos. I train clients, and I was in school, but now I'm not in school no more.
Yeah.
I kind of took off so I can at least focus and get the money right and everything,
Yeah.
But now I'm just like really focused on this competition, and of course I'm doing a music video tomorrow. I'm shooting a music video tomorrow, so it's like I'm always
How much do you
up and
charge
down.
for a video?
Depends on what you want.
Do you have
You know.
packages or what?
Yeah, I got packages. Yeah.
What's your pricing
So-
for people who might be interested?
Yeah, I mean, like a regular music video, if you have your location and everything, it's gonna be like 500. But then if you want, for example, like I have a guy who does lights, a light, and also decorating and stuff like that, organizing, which we also do that, turn into a cinema studio, which of course the price goes up. It's gonna be 800, and then goes up to 1,000. And if you want, for example, rental cars, I also deal with that. I have a guy I connect with who can get you the best cars for music video, Ferraris, limos, Jeeps, whatever you want. And then, yeah, of course, it goes up. But,
Yeah.
It depends on what you want and what's really your budget.
I got you.
Yeah.
So you budget friendly.
Yeah,
You-
I'm really budget friendly.
You
Yeah.
negotiate with the artist.
Yeah, and see what he wants. And, for example, like me, I study theater and I study a lot of cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm always about lights, how they have to look like, and I got a person who does lights for me, which if I bring in a team, they all need to get paid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I could
And
tell.
a makeup artist.
I could tell on some of your videos that
Thanks, man.
your lighting's there. 'Cause like I said, I noticed it more on your dance videos because they're typically outside,
Yeah,
or like the Halloween videos you did.
yeah.
That's what I could tell that there's some theatrics there because that was some theater stuff for your Halloween.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I study lights.
Yeah.
Like a lot of lights. Like even I'm talking to you right now, I'm thinking about how you can improve it.
Yeah.
Like your lightning. I just looking at you. I'm like, okay. And then I look at the screen. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I can improve that. And then right away, like ideas are going through my head.
Yeah.
Like, where should I put the light? What should be there? And
no, I have a lot of blank spaces where I feel like I need lights too.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
like
yeah.
I want a light behind you. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying?
yeah, so it separates me from the back.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's actually what I do. So
Yeah.
it's kind of more like I say, I was experimenting mostly myself. So every time when I put a video, it's like an experiment. So it's like I would drive past an area and I'm like, can I make this area look cinematic?
Yeah,
And then right away, I start shooting on it.
Right.
Because I drive a lot.
Right.
So I like driving, and every time I'm driving, I'm listening to a song.
Right.
As I'm listening to a song, I'm looking at areas around. I'm like, that'll actually be a good spot. To where right now it kind of like affected me to where, like, it's a bad habit. Like when you do it so much to where you'll be at the location and you're already in cinema mode. You're already like, this would look dope if it was a movie,
Yeah.
and I'm already planning it out.
Right.
You know, because I've been doing it so much to where it's like any area I'm at, I'm thinking about a movie.
Right.
It's like I'm always thinking about how would it look like if I have to film here. How would the lights look like?
Right.
What lights would I have to put in? You know, and what would I have to wear? Because what you dress also matters a lot.
Right.
You know, for example, goes with your skin. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that in videos. Not lately that I've been making the videos.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that like some shirts, it looks different on video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The way the camera represents skin tones and your shirts and stuff like that, it definitely, especially right here, like.
I was supposed to wear a black one, but I'm glad that I wear the white because we got black at the back.
Yeah. No, like when I shoot videos, I usually shoot in like automatic white balance.
Okay.
But in here, I look super tan when I do automatic.
Oh, really?
So I have to do like a cool white. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm-mm.
Like, I don't know. I almost look orange.
It looks kind of like bluish, you know? But it's good is because you're not shooting like for a movie.
No.
You're shooting more for like a podcast. So it looks more live.
Yeah.
So it looks more live place. So
I used to do these live.
The what?
The podcast,
Mhm.
they used to be live on Facebook.
Nice. There you go.
But I noticed there's sometimes we would talk about shit that people wouldn't want in the podcast. You know what I mean? And
This is that politics I was talking
there would
about.
be like awkward moments,
Mhm.
and that's when I stopped it because I was like, eventually I'm gonna have to start doing cuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, you know, you what can I say? It's like people would like to listen to you, you know, as long as you, how can I say, neutral. For example, even when it comes to the politics and stuff like that, you
Mhm.
know, I believe in being neutral and just being more understanding
Right.
because people are just different, you know.
Right.
There's some things that is like the way I look at cinema is not the way you look at cinema.
Mhm.
For example, I'll be driving past a spot like with my girl. I'll be driving with her and then I'll look at the spot and in my head, the lights and everything, it captured me. I already have an idea. When she look at that spot, she doesn't see anything that I see at all, you know. And that's how I tend to look at people.
Yeah.
You're just different, you know. And
Yeah.
then I first gotta do it and then put it in front of you for you to see what I was talking about.
Right.
You
'Cause
see?
you have like a cinematic view already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like,
Did you always have that visual for video?
yeah,
Yeah.
every time. So it was first in my head. Like when I listen to a song, like you probably also heard it. When you listen to a song, even like a love song, you imagine yourself in love with this girl, falling in love, dancing and
Yeah.
doing all that. Or listen to this hip hop song that make you emotion like you wanna go fight. You're already imagining a fight in your
Right.
head and stuff like that, you know. So it's like a movie in your head.
Yeah.
You know.
When did that start?
That's a good question. Because I can't remember, you know. I can't remember. It's like because I've been so open-minded for so long that I can't remember.
Were you doing video in Africa?
Nah, I was actually a model.
Really?
Yeah. I used to model back then, yeah, when I was nice and skinny.
Yeah.
You know, now it's out of the picture.
When we first started making music, the promoter that was helping us get shows
Mhm.
wanted us to model, and he wanted us to do like underwear model,
Mhm.
and we're like, bro, we're rappers. So we cannot be underwear models. Bro.
Facts. Yeah,
That's
but
like completely against our image, bro. Like,
yeah, but you gotta realize something is that you was trying to get you an audience.
yeah, but
you know?
if you saw how we used to dress back in those days, bro,
Hell no.
we was thugging, bro. So
thugging.
you know what I mean. So like
Uh-huh.
being the image we had, it just didn't. It couldn't go with.
You couldn't go
You
with.
couldn't go with modeling boxers, bro. It
I
just-
think you can make it gangster. Like, you know, maybe put your hands on it and be like, yeah, that's
no.
what we do.
That's when we lost that promoter. It was like-
You lost the promoter.
well, he lost us because we just stopped doing shows. We're like, nah, this guy's trying to take us in a different direction.
Oh, you
You
thought
know?
like he was trying to turn you.
He was trying to like mold us into like pop artists.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were very like underground hip hop. You know what I mean? We had like a really hardcore delivery. And
Yeah, but can you blame him though?
no, now at that time I didn't understand it. I was young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and we wanted to do what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Now I know that apart from the modeling, I don't know about that part, but as far as him trying to like change us more into a pop, he was just trying to make us more mainstream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's not that. It's because you saw something that you guys didn't see.
Yeah.
You see, like for example, like how can I say? The first time I met my girl, she was actually just a post of her. It was on her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The way she looked, I was like, man, she should be on a video.
Mm-hmm.
She looks real good. It's like, and there's some people that even when I walk on the road, I look at them, I'm like, they actually, I can see they look good on camera. Just looking at them, I'm like, yeah, they're good on camera.
Right.
But they can't see it themselves, but I can see it, you know?
Yeah.
The one day they put themselves on camera and people just drawn to them because it's just something about that look, you know?
Yeah.
And you guys probably had it and you saw it and you just wanted a person to be more complacent and wanted to create you into what you saw that suited you. Maybe models, underwear models, you gotta be attractive.
It didn't make
So,
sense though. It didn't make, but it just didn't make sense
But-
to take
but-
the type of artist we were
yeah.
to do underwear.
But it's not that. It's just the fact that if he brought it up, it's because he saw that you guys are attractive enough
Yeah.
to pull an audience, and this probably be a way for you guys to pull an audience.
Maybe.
You see?
Maybe.
So yeah, it's like I say, he saw something that you guys didn't see.
Yeah.
You see?
It was just very awkward for us.
I understand.
Being rappers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a cultural thing. Yeah, it's cultural.
it's
If you're R&B singer, it makes sense.
Yeah. Especially in that era of rap. It was very, now it could be, I feel like rap is a little more diverse.
Mm-hmm.
But back then it wasn't very, that's why we were making like I said, like a little more hardcore, a little more aggressive music back then. Cause that's what it was required,
Got you.
but that is, it's long gone now. I feel like my music now fits more of what he wanted back then.
Really?
Yeah, because I've commercialized it a lot more now. Because I understand the business now. I know that I'm a boom bap. I like boom bap, and I know that it wouldn't do nothing anymore because it's dead.
Oh, okay.
Boom bap's dead. You know what I mean? That '90s sound is dead. It's not. How would I say it? Like if people try to recreate it, it's not going to be successful. It's kind of like a throwback. You know what I mean? Like, cool.
Facts.
You got to do what's hot. Kind of like you making your videos. You got to make videos in your way, but in a way that are still modern.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
Because your
Maybe.
your videography looks modern. Like the way you dress yourself on there, modern. You know what I mean?
But some people don't like it. Some people look at my dressing and be like, "Oh, the pants is too tight," and it's that.
Yeah,
So it's like,
Do they say that?
yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, there's a video on YouTube I posted, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like when you work out, you wear your size. It just fits tight.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah. When I'm done here, I'll show you the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And because I was wearing the tight pants and my boots,
Yeah.
which is like kind of high,
Yeah.
I use. And then I'm doing my workout and then I post it on
Oh,
YouTube.
I know which ones you're talking about.
Bro,
Yeah.
you got,
Is that when you're wearing like the leather straps?
no, I wasn't wearing just suspenders.
Yeah, suspenders. Yeah,
with the white vest.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, bro, even today, I look at the comments. My God, bro, they're going at it. They're going.
Is it dudes or women?
Dudes,
Yeah.
man, dudes are going at it. This is too tight. This is too zesty. This is too, goddamn, some gay shit. This is demonic. Like
Yeah.
in all ways, And I don't know. It's like, but I won't change though. It won't change
So
anything.
did you do that on purpose or was it's just how you dress?
It's just how I dress.
Yeah.
When you meet me, how do I
Yeah.
dress?
No, you're right.
Same way.
Same
Yeah.
way, yeah.
Like I'm not a huge sneaker person.
Yeah.
I like boots.
You like dress. You like to dress like a casual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casual, like I'm on a tropical island.
Yeah.
Or, like I like belts. I like suspenders. I'm always in my own world.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't really follow like trends. Like, okay, that's what they're dressing. That's what I'm going to be dressing. Now I'm like, if I like it, I look in the mirror and like, this is good. Oh, wow. Then it's good for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So you kind of just create your own style.
Yeah, like for example, even like when you wear your clothes, you're not wear it for you, for like not only for you, because if you wear it for you, you're just gonna be comfortable all day. But it's
Right.
like you're gonna wear it in a way that complements you.
Yeah.
You see, like there's a pants that I can wear that my brother would wear that on me looks good, on him doesn't look good.
Right.
But if he wears a pants that he like and I put it on, it doesn't look good on me, but on him it looks good. So it's like you gotta wear for you and for what fit for you.
Right.
I only understand it with clothes. I don't understand with glasses.
Right.
I suck at glasses.
You don't wear glasses?
Yeah, I don't. I tried. When I wear it, I look weird.
Yeah. I had the same problem because I have a big face. And a lot of glasses fit me small.
So,
Even with hats, like I just started wearing hats, like those fedoras.
when you wear glasses, but it doesn't make your head look big.
No, I said my head is big. So like a lot of glasses, they're supposed to fit you. They're supposed to fit you flush. But my glasses don't fit flush. They fit like inside and then they spread out. So every time I can't, like, sometimes I have to special order my glasses because they got to be extra large. I can't go to the mall and just pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
It's hilarious, bro.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
Like my Ray-Bans. My Ray-Bans are the extra large version. They're the lighter version.
So I can put them on. That's my friend months gonna go ride past my.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
Oh man.
I've always had a wide face. Now you making me.
Because I'm imagining, man, it's like I'm seeing you right now, like in a cartoon form,
Yeah.
the cartoons
Oh,
where
yeah.
the glasses here, the head is up, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's always been my problem, man. It took a while to figure it out.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man. But yeah, I must with glasses, I wear glasses. It doesn't really go on my face not that well.
Yeah.
It makes me look like the Terminator. So
I gotcha. Well, it you have to experiment with different types. Like these,
yeah, they look good on you. Though.
I like these. These accentuate my face a lot. There's other ones that I wear when I want to be more flashy.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on what I'm doing.
At the time.
In the time and what type of night. I'm kind of flashy, man. I like, but I'm not flashy. I like feeling good.
Yeah.
So when I accessorize, it's just for myself. Like I'm not trying to be the best dressed in the room or nothing. I just want to feel good when I walk in the room.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Something is me. That's why I got this on. I always wear it on here. I love it, man. It's I had a
I was going to ask you if that was yours because you do wear one on your arm too.
Yeah, I got one on my arm, one over here. This, I like.
Is that part of your brand or is that's your brand?
No, it's not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I just ordered it in because I don't know. It's like I want to. Like lately, I've been like on a spiritual journey, mentally and
Sober?
Yeah, trying to be sober.
Sober spiritual journey because you could take. A lot of people do mushrooms.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
you tried it?
Spiritual journey. Yeah,
you did.
That's the journey. Yep.
How did it go?
Bro, best experience ever, man.
Man, I wish we would have talked this down a whole hour ago.
Yes. Oh man.
Was it your first?
You asked me right now. Yeah, I did it the first time, man, and the reason why it was so beautiful, man, is because my ego was gone, man. Like the ego was.
Oh, while you were on it?
Yeah.
Do you know how much you did?
I did 5 milligrams. Yeah, 5 milligrams.
5 milligrams?
Yeah.
Or 5 grams?
5 grams, yeah. I think 5 grams, yeah. 5 grams.
5 milligrams is like nothing.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
$5,000. That's
But I don't like talking about it online because I don't want people to want to do it. You know,
right.
because
Well, the people that stay up until this point are troopers.
troopers.
Because we're 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh, really? Are the people here already?
No, I'm saying when when they watch the video,
Yeah.
the people that are gonna be at this point,
Yeah, they're like
they're gonna be the troopers.
facts. Yeah, man, it's yeah, I don't like talking about it or promoting it or even saying I do it is because I don't want people to, because it can get addictive, you know, because
Yeah.
it's like a different world, man. It's a beautiful world. It's like it
Did you-
makes you feel free.
Did you have a good trip?
Our best trip ever of my life, man.
So it's addictive until you have a bad one.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's like it's like
How many times have you done it?
a couple of times.
A couple of times.
Okay,
And,
yeah,
and you
couple of
always
times.
you always had a good experience.
I always had a good experience. Great experience every time. I always had a good experience.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
good. You know,
it's the energy that you add to the
Yeah.
time. I was healing because me and my girl that I have right now, we broke up, so we separated. You know, and I realized how toxic I was and stuff. Yeah, it is. I realized that, man. I was like, man, I was really toxic. You know,
did it not self-reflect you though?
it did self-reflects me a lot.
Yeah.
So the problem with a lot of people at a bad trip is because it shows who you are,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's ugly,
Yeah.
and you get scared of yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta accept yourself, you
Right.
know. But the only problem with it becomes abusive is when like that feeling that free, you feel alive, right? The way you might be having a bad day and you're like, I wanna take some, and then you lose grasp of reality.
Yeah.
You see,
No.
and a lot of people lose grasp of reality, and it's expensive. Mushrooms are expensive. They're not really cheap, so it's like all your money will be going there to
Yeah.
where you will be broke, and you now be looking for cheaper drugs that can give you a similar feeling.
Yeah. I don't. I disagree on the addictive side of mushrooms. I don't believe that mushrooms are addictive. Because I mean I know a lot of people who would agree that they're not, because
I mean, tell me if they done it.
I've never done a mushroom trip and wanted to go right back.
What did you see?
Nah, it's just like it's not a comfortable feeling ever. Even if it's like a happy feeling, you are always reflecting, so you're not comfortable. It's not like it's not like cocaine's addictive, but there's a reason why cocaine's addictive.
Mm-hmm.
Cocaine's addictive because it releases your dopamine in your brain.
Yeah.
And that's why cocaine makes you feel like Superman.
Yeah,
Like it makes you feel like you're on top of the world
True.
for 30 minutes or less.
Yeah.
And then once that adrenaline's gone, your brain is now empty of dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
So now you feel like crap. You start to feel like you're coming down.
Mm-hmm.
So you do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you do it, the more dopamine your body releases, to the point where you're literally running on no dopamine, and you're literally just ingesting cocaine.
Of course.
So that's what makes cocaine addictive.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to feel the come down
True.
of all the release.
True.
Mushrooms don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you have to realize something about mushroom is it depends with you. I'm a creative.
Yeah.
So when I was on shrooms, everything was an artwork. Like I'm telling you, when music was playing, the trees were floating and dancing to the beat. And I was like amazed. I'm like, oh my God. And everything was like art. The colors were beautiful. I was like, I was living in a movie. Like an actual movie. And that's why I was like, it can be addictive to an extent if you're an artist. If you're a deep artist, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Right.
for me. I don't struggle with addiction with marijuana, with mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't do marijuana though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drink, or even shrooms. Only done it like, if you put on a count, maybe like 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done
5
it.
times.
That's about same.
Same.
But my friend, he did ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. I heard about it. I never tried it. I never tried it.
He's actually one of my episodes. Him and we did it. It was him and the guy that he went to Colombia to meet to do it with. Like he actually went to Colombia
to do it
and had it in a legitimate like resort where they do the whole ceremonies and stuff like that.
What was his story? Now you know what? Forget about it. I first want to hear your story when you're on shrooms.
Mine?
Yeah.
The first time I did it with my homie George. The guy I told you just recently passed away.
Sorry if I lost, bro.
No, it's all good, buddy. I mean, it is what it is. It's life, you know. But I did him with him. He was watching me. He didn't do him with me. I was doing them by myself. I told him I was like, "It's my first time. I need someone to watch me." And
how many grams?
I did 5.
5 grams.
And out of everybody I knew, he was the only one I trusted the most. So, you know, he was there. And he ended up passing out. Like, he fell asleep. Because he was
he left you.
No, yeah. He was a early riser. You know, he went to sleep early, woke up early. And I'm the opposite. I go to sleep late, you know, wake up late. So it was kind of my fault for planning it the way I planned it. But he ended up falling asleep. And while he was asleep, like I was at his house. And I felt uncomfortable because I wasn't in my house. You know, it wasn't my house.
He's different,
it was his, and I wanted to get out. Like I wasn't having a good experience in the house.
What experience did you have?
It was like,
how did you feel? Not at home?
I'm not at home. I didn't feel at home.
You feel comfortable?
I didn't feel comfortable at first. And then from that, but I felt like what they wanted me to do was they wanted me to get out. Right? So
what do you mean they?
Like the mushrooms. I felt like they were trying to get me outside.
What happened when you went outside?
But I didn't want to go outside because it was raining. And it was thundering and it was windy. It was a bad thunderstorm, bro.
My God, I wish I was out there. Beautiful. Beautiful.
And as soon as I opened the door and I felt that gust of wind, bro, I felt like I got a breath of fresh air. It was like, and then I'm like, and I walked outside barefoot. Raining, all the water just hit me, bro. It was like, I felt like I was supposed to be there. I felt like I was supposed to feel that, the rain. I was supposed to feel the ground. I was supposed to breathe that air with water and the ground. And then, like, every time I'd see the trees move like this, it felt like the trees were breathing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would feel like the trees would breathe. And then it would make me, like, breathe. And I felt like we were all in this pulse together. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I looked back in the house. And I was like, fuck that, bro. Like, I don't care if I'm getting wet. I don't care. This is the best feeling right here. You know what I mean? And then I remember looking at my truck. Yeah. My truck was sitting in this driveway. And I was looking at my truck. And I was just looking at it. I was like, why the hell do I have this truck? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it, I was like, it's an aggressive looking truck. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Intimidating.
Like intimidating. Like, you turn that thing, like it sounds loud.
This your ego.
And
this your ego right there.
Yeah, and when I looked at the truck, I was like, bro, you can hear me coming in that truck. You can hear me from across the block. The brake's coming. He's almost here. I was like, that's not good.
You see, but what? It real. So when you saw your truck, you saw your ego. Yeah. This is your ego. For example, people that put on those voice and all that because they want to be heard. I mean, you can be heard. Like people that put loud music when they're driving because they want everyone else to look at them. It's the ego. They want to feed that ego. Yeah. And then that moment you didn't have your ego, you look at your truck and you're like, this is dumb. Yeah. You know? But I mean, it's still your truck. But at the end of the day, you just saw your ego right there. It died.
Yeah, I was like, that's the dumbest choice I could have made. I got the loudest truck, the slowest truck, and the most gas spending truck.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's all because your ego made you do that. Yeah. You know? So for me, it was more like I just felt like I wasn't spending enough time with my family.
I felt the same. I felt that too in there. Yeah. Like, I didn't talk about that part, but I was with my ex when I did that.
Fantastic. How was it?
And
did she also do it?
She didn't do it. She didn't even know, but I actually texted her that night, and I felt, And I realized that I was being very aggressive with her in my approach to the situation that she was having with her family.
Mm-hmm.
And that night I told her, I was like, I'm sorry if I'm being super aggressive. I was like, I've been very irritated, you know what I mean? And I've been pushing you and your family like very hard. But it was coming from, at that time is when I was telling you, I was making a lot of money at that time. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that I wouldn't have never got to that position if I wouldn't have pushed as hard as I pushed myself to get there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy that I was pushing on them because I wanted them to be able to do that for themselves. Even my girlfriend, I wanted her to be successful. So the way that I did it, I was trying to push it on them.
But it came out the wrong way.
But it came off the wrong way.
That's it.
And I later realized that, in that moment, I realized that my way is not going to work for them because their personality is completely different.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I remember texting her, which I shouldn't have texted her. I just should have wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling her that I was sorry for being so aggressive. I didn't know I was so aggressive, you know, and careless. Like I was just straight to the point.
Yeah,
trying to get it done because that's what managing had taught me.
Yeah,
managing taught me to just go get it, resolve the problem. Don't get involved in people's feelings. The job's got to get done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I was managing my house the same way.
Yeah, you're right. Same thing as me as my girl. Like I had to learn that women are soft, man. You gotta like, you know, like when I was saying is like, I mean, you just gotta like lead softly. You can't lead aggressively. You can't be like a detective. You can't. No, you gotta lead with.
Some women like that. Some women like that.
Yeah, but there should be a balance, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a time where I lost that balance, and that's because I got comfortable. The way I felt I could speak to her, the way I can speak to her, which it wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had to realize that I'm dealing with a different person. And the second time I got high on shrooms, I got high with her, and we were just so open. And I looked at her and I was like, wow, I don't know this person at all. Like I realized that I don't know her, but I thought I knew her.
She's like a whole different
person. You see? And this like a comments are so random. I'm like,
you're looking at a stranger.
That's it, you see. And it's what made it more beautiful. It's like, oh my God, I can actually learn her.
Yeah.
You know, because
like a fresh slate.
That's it, you see. So it's like our ego makes us don't want to learn people. Yeah. Our ego is all about us, what we get.
What we
you
want.
Know? But when you take away your ego, you put yourself in another person's shoes, and you're more understanding because you're trying to.
I feel like when you take away your ego, you finally create the space to get to know each other.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I completely agree with that.
It is,
and but that's what makes it so scary. Because everything that you feel you find valuable about yourself, is gone.
Yeah.
Social media gone.
Yeah.
Podcast gone.
It's like nothing
matters.
Nothing really matters. You see. And but that's really the reality is that you might be like money matters, then you get money.
So remember when you asked me about a female when I said about a woman and a girl?
Yeah,
that's what I was implying. Is like a woman knows when a girl looks for an ego, a woman looks for a man.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
I don't want to start that whole thing again. But that's kind of what I meant. Like in that moment where you were with her and the ego was gone, you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like once a woman's more developed, she understands when it's time for her to step in. And I feel like girls don't understand that when they see a man that's out of ideas and in a thinking state, in a redeveloping state, they can judge a man because they'll see him in a weak point.
Yeah, but what I was saying they should let them know is because there was a time when me and my woman, like, I didn't have answers. I told her like, I don't know, and she started attacking me.
Yeah,
and I pointed out to her. I'm like, listen, don't attack me. Give me options. Don't attack me.
Exactly.
I'll show you the problem.
But see,
now give me options.
That's the difference between a girl and a woman. I'm not saying
anything
about a woman that doesn't give you options.
Yeah.
Is a girl. She's like, nah, you deal with that shit. I'm out.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I've dealt with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And just in her defense, I mean, like, I understand, because I always had the lead the way she felt like she couldn't step in the creative side.
Yeah.
And then when I told her I didn't have no answer for why it was a shock, and she, of course, going on with me, and I told her, like, listen here, here's the problem. I need the side of you. I don't need the girl side of you. I need the woman side of you. And the woman side of you is like, how can we fix this problem from here? This is the problem, and how can we go from here? Because if you're arguing, you won't really solve anything.
Right.
So how can we fix this from here? But I had to let her know. I couldn't keep it in, because if I kept it in, there's always gonna be an argument. But that's why you gotta, like I said, lead is like,
she older?
Gotta let, she's older than me. Yeah, you gotta, like, let a person know that, hey, listen here, this is the problem.
See,
at this time, I don't know the answer.
You're dealing with a female that's experienced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was dealing with a female that was 4 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So there was a big... I always felt like I had more of a grip, but I couldn't tell her that.
Yeah, but a younger woman is way more open to influence than an older woman.
Yeah.
So, for example, the fact that you're older than her, you could actually lead her way easier, because, like, women mentally are older than us.
Right.
You see? So if she's 4 years younger than you, she's kind of like your age.
Yeah.
You see? So you gotta lead her like you're older than her.
Yeah.
You see? So that's why she's easy for influence, because she's younger. She doesn't have any experience. So you gotta, like, really lead her and be specific, you see? For example, if she's younger than you, let her lead.
But no, I
She's
get
gonna
it.
lead with the emotions.
I get it. But when a woman comes from a broken family where she didn't have a father to lead her,
yeah,
she's gonna struggle being led by a man. She does.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is that when you know her history, you have to understand her, because you have to realize that
you don't always know that going into it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, going into it, but I mean,
like,
after
I
a month,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but okay, so you're telling me it took, like, when you were with her,
it took
for
her
a whole month. You didn't know that she never grew up without a father.
No, I knew that she didn't, but I was 21. I was in my early 20s. Like, I was still learning how to be a man, and I didn't. In that time, like, it didn't grasp me to know that that's what was wrong.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
Did you grow up with your father?
Yeah.
Or did your father ever teach you how to be a man, how to lead?
Yeah, but, like, those were conversations that were never, like, said. He led by example. It wasn't something that we talked about.
I understand,
you know
but
what I mean?
I think more parents should really sit down and
no,
talk
for
to
sure.
kids.
Like, with my daughter, I am a lot more open with her.
Yeah.
Than they were with me. I felt like they were more protective. They were trying to protect me.
Yeah.
From the reality sometimes.
Yeah.
And my daughter, like, I've always been real honest with her as far as, like, the relationship me and her mom have.
How old is she now?
She's 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
she's very smart.
She understands. Yeah, she understands. Yeah. But I mean, there is a limit. But but what I'm trying to say is that, like, my dad has never taught me about picking a woman. I just had to learn fast. Is because it's like, if you pick a woman that never grew up without a father, she got some characteristic that you will notice. She's more independent. Because she doesn't have a father, she only seen her mother be dependent. Because she don't mimic what they see. So it's like, if my mom was like this, she'll kind of mimic that, you see.
Yeah.
So a woman like that doesn't really know how to pick a man. Is because she never seen a mom with a man. Or maybe she seen a mom with a man, but always kept leaving and leaving. So now she have a perspective about men that always leave. They're not loyal. So for her, so it's scary for her to stay with you. It's easy to leave, because staying with you is like facing to my faults.
Yeah.
You see, going away is like, for example, a lot of people, like I say, people that got bad experience with shrooms is because they really see themselves. It shows them who you are.
Yeah.
So if you a selfish person, it to show you that
right.
you are actually a selfish person. Right. Because when your ego is away, you tend to see the how other people view you. You see,
Yeah.
when you see the way other people view you, it's like, for example, the reason why people try the best not to care is because if they care about what other people think about them, it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Right.
So me not caring is like a defense mechanism, right? But now that's taken away. This ego is taken away. Now I'm open. I'm prone to your words affecting me.
Right.
So now when you're high, you're just consuming all this information, remembering maybe like a scenario that you had,
Right.
and the way they thought about you. You felt it, but you blocked it, making it into yours. Because at the end of the day, it's like living a movie. You're the main character,
Right.
so you explain it in your point of view.
Right.
But their point of view is different.
Right.
But your point of view is like, I was right, they was wrong. There's always been a point of view, because you don't know their experience, you know your experience with it.
Right.
But in their storybook, they're like, you were being an asshole.
Right.
You see, but you felt you're being an asshole, but you justify it based on their action. So now when you are high, now you see the reality,
Right.
that you were an asshole, that you were wrong, that you are this person that everyone keeps saying that you are.
Right.
And it's what people, it scares them. It's a bad trap. They're scared because now they face themselves.
Right.
They're vulnerable. Their mind is open
Yeah.
to really
Yeah.
accept themselves. Yeah. So the same thing is also a woman that has never grew up without a father. What she sees is what she should mimic. You know. So that's why you, when you step in as a man, you gotta understand. Okay, that's in a father, and you gotta expect certain characteristic from her, and you gotta be able to adjust it so you can fit it.
Right.
You know, for example, when my lady right now is a bit different, it's because she grew up with the mom and dad, and she got a really tight relationship with them. You know, so this for me, I don't need to be on. Oh, a woman should do this. I don't need to tell her all that. It's
Right.
because she's seen it in her family.
Yeah.
You know, and
She,
her
has,
father.
she had structure.
That's it. That structure, family structure, is super important. You see, but yeah, by the end of the day, I just think that a man should always, like, lead.
It's
you know?
hard. It's hard to have structure and be with someone who didn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And because-
It's hard, but
because
it can work. That's what I'm trying to say.
It can, but like, it's really hard to be the person when you're the partner. It's hard to be the person that tells them the advice. It's almost like better if they had a counselor that could tell them, because especially when people are hurt.
Yeah.
Like if your woman's hurt and you guys are in an argument and you're trying to tell her, like, we got to stick through this, and her mentality is not like that, she's not going to listen to you. But if she goes and her friend says, nah, you're wrong, like, he's right, she's going to listen to her.
Yeah.
But she, you know what I'm saying? And then come
Because
back
of
and
that
be like,
relationship.
you know what I mean? Sometimes the person you're with is not the person you need to hear it from. And that's a lot of times when you're in a relationship with a person who didn't grow up with a structure and doesn't know how, like, a family structure should be, she's more prone to not listen to the partner when it comes to that advice. It's almost like you need a mentor, or what I always like to keep is someone similar to my parents who made it through too, who I could get different advice from. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's like a goal couple. I call them like a goal couple.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You're right. It makes. It makes a lot of sense. I was just saying it more like in my perspective. It's like because I grew up with because I'm really invested in people, so I tend to read about people a lot. Like how women, single mothers, how they live, how they have to work, how the new generation, how it is with the guys always at work, the parents at work, and everything's going high. They get extra jobs, so they don't really spend time with their kids, to where the kids are lacking something.
Yeah.
You see, so it's like I just like reading all this stuff and tend to like come up with like solutions to myself. And my solution is always like, if a person is lacking one thing, you just gotta be that figure for them. For example, if she never had a father, you gotta be slightly a figure father, something she never had.
Right.
But sometimes, like I said, we young, we don't. It's hard because being a father means you gotta lead and you gotta advise her the right way, because she
Yeah.
never had that, you
Yeah.
know. But it's hard to do it when you're so, how can I say, you're so young. You think like a young man.
But it's also hard. Like you can't be her father. You're her man.
Yeah, but
It's hard to give her like the advice or it's hard to lead her.
It's not that. It's like, put it this way, even every woman that I dated, when I look deep into them, they got qualities of my mom. Because it's what I saw. Even my girl right now, she got qualities of my mom. A lot of qualities are just like my mom. Same thing as a woman. Our qualities are like a mother, but she doesn't have a father. So you gotta be that figure. For example, every woman would date a person that tends to resemble a little of the father.
Yeah.
If you see a dad used to beat up a mom, she'll be attracted to a girls like that.
Yeah.
Because it's what she saw. And that's how you should be like to a woman. It's not like you're trying to be a father, whatever it is. But you gotta accept that role. That you're a husband, a father. You're like a everything.
Yeah.
And she's also like a mother to you. That's why she provides you the nurturing part. When you go to work, you're like a soldier. You can show your emotions. You can only show your emotion when you get back home.
Right.
You see.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I feel like my ex and my girl, now not to compare them, but they do resemble more characteristics than my mom.
That's it. Because you're dating your mom.
because I feel like the first girl I was with, she was so far off from what I was used to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's normal.
And I feel like that's probably why it was so toxic too, though.
Yeah, that's normal. Like, I won't lie to you. It's like, it's normal. Like, I dated women that, like, I dated like a woman that was a stripper. And deep down, I dated her was because I came out from a relationship with a woman that was well structured.
Yeah.
And was kind of telling me what to do. I didn't like it. I was like, hey, I don't like a woman telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go out there and find a woman who I can tell what to do.
Right.
And then I dated this girl. She's a stripper, and then it was a disaster. It didn't work out. But it's like I was learning because I did it out of my nature.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that she was bad or anything like that. I mean, she wasn't. She was great.
Kind of like me finding out that she had a girlfriend.
Yeah, and then now you're like, okay, and then it tells you that just a woman that grew up without a father.
Yeah.
She only grew up with the mother.
Yeah.
She's only seen the worst side of men.
Right.
Meaning that she's only seen men come in the house, sleep with the mother, and leave.
Yeah.
They don't stay.
Yeah.
So she have this perspective when men, this is how men are.
Yeah.
So for us submitting to a man, she feels weak. She'd rather run away.
Right.
And really go through it.
Right.
Because this is all she knows. She's just seen men coming in and go.
Right.
So even now, nice you act how you are, she's waiting for the day for you to slap her. She's like, okay, I'm just waiting. Okay, is he gonna change? When stuff get hard, it's like, okay, this is my escape.
Right.
And that's because she's vulnerable. She was in love. She's scared.
Right.
So yeah, that's what it is.
Jesus. We got deep, bro.
yeah, that's so weird, man. Because I had the same problem, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I had the same problem, and I was running away from women that are responsible, and the reason why is because I was really running away from my mom, because my mom was controlling. Controlling.
Mine too.
You too, right?
Mine was very protective.
Yeah. But protective controlling also. It's the same thing, you know? And I just wanted to feel free. And then you date a person.
Who's free?
That's it. And like I went the opposite way.
They don't care about you.
That's it. No. Like she did care, but because like I dated a stripper, right? The thing is that she also sees the worst side of men. She doesn't see the good side of men. Right. She only sees men that use her.
Who, the stripper?
Yeah, the stripper. Yeah, she because that's her job. She strip for men means that they only use her for sexual pleasure. Yeah. So this a view of men. Yeah. It's definitely. So it was even hard for her to open up to me to an extent.
Yeah.
Even if she was trying to open up to, but she would always run away was because she's like, yo, this is what I see of men. This is what I know of men. Because she never really had her father's guardians do it. And it's because her father was too strict.
Right.
Way too strict on her. to where she's like she ran away because she felt suffocated in a parent's house.
Right.
You know, so it's the same thing. Also, like you also in a relationship. You know, you don't want to be too suffocating to someone. Because I was my previous, I was that suffocating to that. I'm nice. I can give you a good experience, whatever. But there was a time where the toxic trait where I would be suffocating, where you feel like you couldn't do anything right.
Yeah. Like
You
you're
know.
walking on eggshells.
That's it,
Yeah.
you know. And then it felt like a prison to her, to where she just wanted to be free, you know.
Right.
And then I had to realize that it's not her, it's me. It was my fault. I gotta fix that, you know, because I can't rule my girl with the iron first.
Right.
You know, I gotta rule like a partner. I gotta understand with her because women are soft.
Right.
You gotta be soft with them.
Yeah.
You know, they're fragile.
Very.
Yeah. So you gotta be, you know, have to handle women softly. Can't be too harsh, or else you lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true. I feel like yeah, my girl's definitely fragile.
Yeah.
She likes she likes all the romance and
The shivery.
yeah, the chivalry.
Yeah, they sort of call it shivery, like open up the door for her.
Yeah,
treat her like a lady.
and that's all.
and all that.
I've always been that way. But
Yeah.
see, this is one of the things that I've noticed about her was that she didn't. That amazed her. Like when I opened the door for her, it made her feel more. Like it made her feel loved. That was the first sign that I noticed about her.
Yeah.
Because when I first started dating her, that was common. Like opening doors, walking her, holding her hand, walking her on the inside of the sidewalk and not on the roadside. Like all that stuff for me is normal because I saw my dad
Doing it.
doing it. So to me, it was just normal practice.
Yeah.
And when we first started dating, that's what made her fall in love. And I remember telling her like, "Hey," because she fell in love quick, bro. Like quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I wasn't there yet. Like I was still trying to figure it out. You know, I was still trying to figure her out. I just felt I was like, bro, we can't be in love in 3 months. I'm barely getting to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And she used to tell me, she's like, I just like how you treat me. You do all these cute things. And I told her, I was like, okay, listen, this is normal for me. Like I'm not doing anything extra.
Yeah.
This is just common practice.
Yeah.
You know, but she wasn't used to anybody doing that to her.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, maybe in her mind, she just never felt like, she never thought she would have somebody that was like, or raised like me or whatever, you know what I mean? But like,
No, because it's like you said, no one treated her the way
yeah,
she got treated. And on top of that, it's what she sees on movies. She sees it in a movie that that's how affectionate are shown.
right.
So no one else gave it to her that way. And also most people probably just
And she said that the only time she'd see that in relationships were in relationships outside of her like family.
yeah.
You know, so like like she said she had like an adoptive grandparent. They were a white family. She's black, but they were a white family, and she said she used to love the relationship that man had with his wife because you know they would hold hands. She's like, and no one around me and in my family
Yeah.
were like that. Everyone was not affectionate. She's like, and I was always craving that affection. So whenever I gave it to her, it was like what she was lacking this whole time. You know what I mean? But to me, it was like that's just how I was raised. I was raised to do that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I had to slow her brakes down. Like, hey, this is normal. This is normal for me. I'm not doing it to like gain your love. This is just what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was initially what made me realize that like what I was transmitting as far as like showing her love and showing that I cared about her, touching her leg and her knowing that that's why I'm touching it. Because I'm showing her the affection and the attention that she needs at that moment to know. Like let's say me and you are having a long conversation and she's sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
I could grab her thigh to let her know that I know that she's been here waiting, and she'll know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other women won't know what that means, but she's able to identify with that without me having to say anything.
Yeah. She's sensitive.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's sensitive. Yeah.
And the fact that she was able to read my love, like my language without speaking, was like a big sign for me to know that I was like, I had a kinetic connection with someone where I could speak to her without speaking to her.
That language.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That words.
And that separated. That was the first time I like felt like the relationship was different from anything I've ever experienced.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Because I could look at her in a room and we could know what we're talking about. We could know when it's time to go without having an attitude. We just know. You know what I'm saying? Because we have that understanding.
True. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Man, that's beautiful, man. It's I see you getting emotional.
No, I'm not. I'm scratching my eyes.
Yeah. You know, yeah, that's beautiful, man. Like I said, I believe that people are just meant to be together. You know, no matter what, it's like if you guys were meant to be, it will just happen and it will flow. You know, because you didn't force it. You didn't force yourself on her. No, everything you did just connected with her. But at the end of the day, like I still believe that. Yeah, I mean, you still gotta put in effort, man. Like for example, yeah, you gotta put in effort. I
was scared when she came along, bro, because she wasn't who I was expecting. You know what I mean? Like when I figured out how good we got along, I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like I was not expecting her at all. So it was all till this day. It's still a learning experience. I'm learning her and I'm learning myself.
Man, it's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? And even when you see us together, we're not an ordinary couple. Like you wouldn't expect us to be together. Like when we walk, just because, like, for one, you don't see a lot of Mexicans with black women.
Why not?
You see a lot of black women. You see a lot of black men with Mexican women.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of Mexican men with black women.
But why though?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm one of those guys who does date black women. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But so I don't know why. I don't know if like a lot of Hispanics just don't know how to approach them.
Yeah.
But I've grown. I was friends with George since like freshman year in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I had black friends in high school. George was like my best friend until he passed. So like I've experienced having black friends and being around black females. So like I eventually caught on and knew how to approach them. But a lot of Hispanics might not have their, experience in black culture to know how to approach a black woman. So they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the reason why. But black men do. Because black men are more, I don't know, they're more open-minded. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're more open-minded, so they have more experience speaking to multiple cultural women. That speaking to a Hispanic woman is not any different than speaking to a white woman or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like Mexican men, I feel like we're more reserved. We're more introverted to the point where we don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting because I also realized that a lot of, I'm just thinking.
I've liked women since I was black women since I was like little, bro. Because I remember looking at the Outkast album, and in the booklet, in the Outkast album, if you open the booklet, there used to be a beautiful black woman in that booklet, and she was in a bikini, and I used to stare at that fucking booklet for hours, bro.
You know what's funny? The first time I experienced even like a porn magazine. Mm-hmm. I was like 9 years old, and it was a white woman. And I never seen a black woman naked, like in a way. But anyways, yeah. So it's like when I got older and I went to a school where there was white people and stuff like that. I just got attracted to them, and that's because I realized it was because it's what I saw when I was young, and I was like, oh
black
my
women?
God,
or white
no,
women?
White women, yeah.
Well, they say the porn you watch is a woman you see.
That's it, and then. And then, of course, after time, you start seeing a lot of black women around you, and you're like, wow, I actually got attracted to black women way more, But, it's, that's crazy. That's crazy that you mentioned that. No, because I was just thinking about my interracial history. I'm like, it probably came from that magazine. Magazine, it probably came from that magazine of what the first thing I saw was when now I could form relationships.
Would you ever go back?
Dating white women.
Just being interracial?
The ratio. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't want to speak on it actually because right now I'm happy with who I'm with.
Yeah,
You
that's why
know.
I hate when people ask me, like, they're like, "Do you only like black women, bro?" That's what I'm with right now. I
Yeah.
don't, next, I don't know if that
You
don't
don't know.
work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, like
Then I
I,
don't know. Come next.
yeah, I was like, I don't know if I'll change next. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to
It's
tell.
yeah. So it's like it's not only like for me. It's not. I don't want it to be a race thing. It's just to be the person. You
And
know. It
and
just
and that's what I hate when people categorize me and they tell me that I only date black women. But I'm like, bro, if I was supposed to talk to a Hispanic, she would have came.
yeah.
She would have came.
Yeah.
You know.
So
And
it's
it's
the
not like I
person.
wasn't open to it. She would
Yeah.
have came.
It's the person, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't know. For me, it's like how can I say? She resembles of my mother's a lot of my mother's qualities. You know, the way I'm just like I don't know. It's just I feel like she knows me in a way,
Good.
you know, and she understands me. Cause I don't lie to you, I'm a really hard person to understand.
Me
You
too.
know, you see, you're complicating.
I'm hard to love. I've been told.
Yeah, me too. Oh man, I'm a headache. Oh, I'm a headache. I'm not, you know. But yeah, man, it's just something about her.
They like how difficult we are, but we still come through.
That's we still come,
We still come
we still
through.
come through. You see, I know I'm a headache, but you know, I got you.
You
I
still come
got
through.
you.
Is she the one that's on your videos?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
I think
man,
that's
my
dope, bro. I
lady.
think that's dope that you include her
Yeah, man.
and you show that passion in the video. I figured it was her.
And
Yeah, because I've seen
yeah.
I've seen a few of them, and I kind of figured it was her when you mentioned you had a girl. I was like, who else would it be?
Yeah,
You know what
only
I'm
for
saying?
her. Like, who else?
Yeah, I've had mine on one music video.
Oh, really?
She doesn't like being on social media very much. She doesn't post much.
For your music video,
She was on my music video
what
because
song was
a
this?
player.
A play?
Yeah, because she was the one that inspired that song. Because she's the one always telling me that she felt like I was playing. I was like, bro, I'm not. You know, it all
You're like,
but
I'm not.
it all started because of the podcast and the
Mhm.
songs that started coming out. Obviously, when you start putting content out, you start getting new
Audience.
people to follow, new
Yeah.
DMs. So like, she's not used to that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just literally putting content out, and then people are coming in now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason why I have mainly men guests. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm trying to like,
Minimize it.
I'm trying to just make her,
Comfortable.
Because like I don't want
Secure.
her to be watching the podcast and she feels like
You're flirting.
you're flirting. You know what I mean?
Flex. I get it. It's the same thing also with me. Sometimes when I comment, my girl be like, "Oh, you're commenting too much on this girl."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Nah, it doesn't mean anything. She's a friend,
Yeah.
you know." And yeah, man. Like sometimes I let her see my DMs, man. I don't entertain anything, even
Yeah.
though I receive a lot, but I don't entertain any of them.
Yeah.
You see.
So, what would you tell? We're gonna get ready to close up, bro.
Yes,
We
sir.
just hit the 4 hour mark, but
Got you.
this is going to be probably one of my longest. I've had almost a 5 hour one before.
Wow.
What would you tell someone who's on the search of gaining the audience that you have? What advice would you give them as far as like how to proceed into growing like you?
Yeah. I don't know. I would just be like, be true to yourself, man. Like, be real, be you, and don't seek. You know, like, don't do it because I want followers.
Right.
You know, do it. Hey, man, I just want to inspire one person, or maybe two people, or three people. It doesn't matter,
Yeah.
you know, because if you do it for followers, man, like, it's not genuine.
Right.
You know, and you get tired of it after time. You just be because it's not genuine, you know. And but if you do it where you like you really want to inspire people and you also want to show your craft to the world, you know, people appreciate it, you know. And another thing is that I don't want people to look at social media as like followers as a number.
Yeah.
you must really look at the people that this is people, this is actual people that took the time to watch you. So we should really be appreciating like this is a person who watched my video. You look at my video and it's like you left a comment, was impressed. You know, it should be deeper than that. It shouldn't be like, oh no, how many people can I reach? It's about how many people can you really impact.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, that's always been my thing, man. Just be true to yourself, man, and just don't do it for the followers. Don't do it for anything else. Just be true to yourself and enjoy the process, man. Enjoy creating, you know. And yo, your audience, don't look at them as followers. They're your friends. They're your friends. Look at it like when you're in high school. In high school, you always had a guy who's good at singing, guitar, the fitness dude. Probably online, you are the fitness guy. And your other friends also the fitness guy, you know. And yeah, that's how I look at it. You know, just look at them as your friends.
I got you.
know.
How long has your process been since you, like, from when you started till now?
When I took it like really consistently posting, it's like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, this when I like went consistently, but I've been always kind of like posting now and then, you know. But yeah, a good 2 years, you know.
Good 2 years.
So yeah, when the reels came out, yeah, around that time, this when I started posting.
Yeah, because reels,
Pretty much.
reels aren't very old.
Yeah, they're not, you know. But one thing I like about reels is that it gives people a voice.
Yeah.
And it gives you an opportunity to express your creativity, to be creative and just put it out there.
Right.
You know, just to show people. It's like people gotta look at Instagram as like a platform, like a stage. It's like you're stepping on stage and you're performing,
Right.
like you're singing your song,
Right.
and you're singing to an audience. You know.
Yeah.
So it's not about you no more. It's about your friends. It's about the people in the audience. You know. So yeah. So I look at it that way. I love creating, and yeah, man, and I love my friends online.
Cool.
Awesome
Cool.
people.
So what's next for you?
Me, I can't say it
Yeah.
because you know the saying that if you say you're the devil,
Yeah.
like God hears it, so does the devil, and you're just gonna make it hard for you. So I won't say it, but I know what it is,
Yeah.
and it will come through, and you'll see it one day. You'll be like, "Holy shit, was this your plan?"
Yeah.
But yeah, in the meantime, right now, I'm still creating as much as I can for my friends.
Cool, man.
I love you, man. Thank you
Like
so
Kwembe.
much for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Listen, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking the time to
No problem.
talk with me. and get
Thanks
to
for
know
coming, man. Like I said, I knew you were gonna be on this podcast. I just didn't know when. But
Well-
ever since I met you and I revamped it, like I said, you were on the list. I just didn't know when. I always wait for the right time, and you know, it happened when it happened.
Yeah,
And
I love it. I'm honored, and I just want to say, guys, this guy right here, awesome guy. I met him. His energy, fantastic. You know, he's a genuine person. You know, and like I say, this is only the beginning. You know, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why we met. Just didn't just happen.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, man. I love this, and I mean, in the future, we're gonna make it happen.
yeah, appreciate you,
We're gonna
man.
make it happen, man.
And, I have an Afro beat that I
What
made a
song?
song to.
Hit me.
I'll show it to you. But if you're interested in being in the video, man, let me know.
I got you.
I'm gonna have a lot of
Gotcha.
people there.
I got
You know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
we might do it on a Latin night, actually.
Let the night.
I don't- I
Allow
don't-
that.
I don't-
Sounds good.
My friend's got a club that he said he would allow us to shoot it there.
hmm
So if you want to be in it, man, you're welcome to come. It'd be nice to have you in there.
I'm down,
Obviously, it's an Afro beat, so we need you in
bro. Yeah. I'm down.
Muggsy's coming too, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Fantastic. That's good.
All
That's
right,
good.
man. Peace out,
I
y'all.
appreciate you, man.
Make sure you guys go follow Kwembe. You want to shout out your Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram it's La Kwembe.
That's it? Did
Yeah,
it change?
it's La Kwembe or Stephen Kwembe.
Okay.
Stephen Kwembe. Yeah.
TikTok's the same?
Yeah. TikTok's La Kwembe.
Okay.
La Kwembe is LEKWE MBE.
All right, I'll put it on the video at the end so people know.
I appreciate you, man.
Man,
Thank you again for your time. I really do. Thanks again.
don't thank you, bro. Peace.
Awesome.